Good day, everyone. So, I want to drop my second video now. So, the second video that say I'll be explaining about general shipment, shipping of goods from abroad to Nigeria or other African country for sales. Now, I want to focus on people that want to really sell the goods, people that want to do business. That's what I want to explain now. Since 2 years ago, people have been coming to my inbox because I think I said something about this shipping on a thing on my YouTube video just to back my importation thing up. When I was explaining about the costs, why these things are going higher. I think I mentioned people have been asking me, been calling me. And when I go to port also, I also see me, a lot of people abandon their item in the port that later government will just onshore them, just sell them to people, because later maybe in like 2 years time or 1 year time they get maximum day they can give you. If they call you that you can't clear that thing again, it become government property. They'll just sell it. Think that you buy 3 million, they can sell it for person 500,000 or 200,000. So but it not come to you again. So a lot of people fall victim, especially people that are shipping items via the sea. You want to do a huge business, you want to ship goods via the sea. I will still explaining shipment via the air later, but I want to focus on people that really want to do business, because I've met with a lot of people, a lot of my clients that say, I did business, I stop later because of wahala. Some people, because they just saw that item will be cheap. That item is cheap there, so they want to ship it to Nigeria to start doing business. But there are some things they forget to observe before they do that. There are process, and that process will, if you don't take care, that process will lead you to, let me say, condemnation, because custom clearing goods make some people commit suicide in Nigeria. It make you kill yourself. Bank will be on your head. Let's say you loan that money from the bank will be on your head. They will take your house. A lot of people commit suicide. I've heard the story of people that commit suicide. People that, if you go Nigerian port now, you see abandoned goods there. People that are not, when they give you bills, you'll not be able to clear that thing. Just abandon it there. It's really, even last 2 years, it want to happen with one of my friends. Just some people that save him. So if you want to import any goods, let's focus on one good. Let's say paint chemical. You want to be producing paint in Nigeria, and you want to be importing paint chemical from a particular manufacturer in abroad. Let's take example from, let me say, UK. I think I used to import from UK very well, and I used to import from UK, New Zealand, Netherlands, and Italy and Saudi Arabia. So I used to import very well, and I used to assist people to import from Dubai also and China. So I know. So I want to explain how you can do successful importation without stress. Every cost that you spend on purchase, clearing everything, will factor into your own cost before you now add your own margin. That is the profit you make when the goods arrive in Nigeria. But there is a lot of things that people don't put into confidence. That's what make that won't make their business to collapse. One thing, let's say you want to import, I will tell you where a lot of people will not tell you, and those things will cost you money. You're paying money, like paying 500,000, 200,000, 300,000. Before you know, nobody will tell you that until you now go into it. You have already paid the manufacturer. They've started producing that chemical. You can't collect your money back again. In fact, some people, they've already shipped the chemical before all those money begin to come. You now say, which kind of cost is this? You didn't tell me this now. That is where people lose that focus business. Some people, you need to know all those things before you can know. Either you can import that particular chemical into Nigeria, the chemical will make you profit. If you want to sell it, it will make profit in Nigeria or not. First thing you need to do, if you want to bring something you want to sell to Nigeria, go to markets and go and check the price they are selling that goods in Nigeria. Not because of you saw it cheap there. you just want to import it to Nigeria, you will fall victim. Not that. The country, the destination country, the thing is going, go to their market, do survey. How much are they selling that particular product? Either if there is that brand you are bringing to Nigeria, who are the people selling that brand? How much are they selling it? If there is other brand, check. Since they are doing the same thing, how much are they selling that other brand? And how will you convince your client, people that are buying, that this brand that you are bringing is better? Because brand now, you can see if they know that your brand is coming from a good manufacturer, it will be higher than the other one. So how will you convince people so that they will buy it, so that you will not stock? Your money will not stock. Let's say you loan money from bank, your money will not stock. So now you need to go to the market. When you go to the market, you now know your cost. You know the selling cost, meaning that those people that are selling, they've already factored in every other thing and added their own profit margin. That's why they are now selling. So you need to prepare that before you import anything. But nobody will tell you that. There are some things you'll be paying. No, even your clearing agent will not tell you. Clearing agents, they always tell their customer that if you tell them how much duty am I paying in this thing, they'll just tell you either 10% or 5%. They are not telling you that there is other money. That's why a lot of clients fight with their custom agents. People will tell me that this thing is 5%. Why am I paying this huge amount? They are not telling you. Even them, they don't know that this amount is coming. So I will explain those things step by step, so that when you are importing, you'll be able to guide yourself or guide your clearing agents. I've talked that you need to survey and check the price of that product, that particular product, either another brand that you are bringing to market, how much are they selling it. So now, second thing, you collect a quotation from your manufacturer. You collect a quotation. Let's say, for example, you are starting with 80 drums, 80 standard drum. Those drums that are, I think, 205 kg. Standard drum. You are starting with 80 drums. That 80 drum will fit a 20-feet container. So they will give you a cost of that 80 drum, and they will give you what we call packing list. That is how those 80 drums will be packed into a container. It will be given to you. You will have that packing list and the cost. The cost will be on their own pro forma invoice there. So the cost will be on their pro forma invoice. So they will give you the cost. They are not in Nigeria. They will just their pro forma invoice may not be correct. You still send a mail to them after you have agreed to buy it. You send a mail to them to change that pro forma invoice to you, to add some values, some things that Nigerian banks need here. First thing, when you collect their pro forma invoice is going to tell you the quantity you are buying and the cost of each of that item and the total cost to tell you that. So the packing list will tell you the weight, the gross weight, each weight, and the container those things are going to occupy. So if the OEM, that is original equipment manufacturer, the OEM, that's what I'll be using now. If the OEM want to do the freighting for you, meaning that they want to get the company that will carry it from their own end to Nigeria here for you. So you see that they want to get it for you, or you are getting it yourself. You are going to add that freight cost on a single pro forma invoice that's your OEM is giving you. Most time, the freight cost that you get yourself from the shipping line is much cheaper than what the OEM give you, because the OEM must have had their own markup. Sometimes OEM will use to cheap than the one the shipping line is giving you directly. If the OEM is using a better shipping line. There's some shipping line have different variety of price. There are some that are high, they have higher price. So you are going to note. I don't want to say that one here. I don't want to tell you some shipping line that are costly and some are lower. That's how their own clearing too will be cheaper in Nigeria. So there's some specific shipping line that their freight cost is cheaper. So now, let's take for example, they give you that goods. You collect the pro forma invoice. They give you the cost of the item and the total cost. You still get the freight cost from the OEM warehouse to Nigerian port here. Let's say the cost, the goods is $10,000. The freight cost is let's say $2,500. So on the invoice, the freight cost will have its own line, and the cost of the item will have its own line. Those are the two Nigerian customer want to see. It must be on a single pro forma invoice. So from there now, you now have that now. You now come home yourself to prepare some things yourself. You want to know the landing cost. Since you have that tool now, you now want to know the landing cost. So the landing cost now, you will know the HS code. Now we are going to custom now. You know the HS code of that particular product you are buying. The HS code is what will guide you to what the custom duty will be charging you for that goods. All those goods, they have their own name and their particular HS code, unique HS code on custom portal. Don't do mistake on it. If you do mistake, when you come to custom, they will take you back to the actual HS code. Some HS code just only zero that make the difference, and their costs may be different. If you make mistake, you go and put the one, let's say your HS code put 5% duty, and you go and put the one that have 10% duty. You will pay that to government, and government will not refund you back. So you need to be vigilant, and you must not make mistake, because if you make mistake, the custom, when you are clearing, they are going to delay you, and you still going to pay that money. You pay extra. So now, when you get the HS code, the OEM, they will supply you the HS code. They may not supply you the HS code. Since you know the name of that product, since it's chemical now, they will give you the pro forma invoice, they will give you the packing list, they will give you the SDS, that is safety data sheet. From that safety data sheet, you know the actual name of those chemicals, you know the chemical components, you know the what's the name? You know the generic name, and you know the organic name of that chemical. So you can go to custom portal and get the actual HS code. So from some HS code, they will, most chemical, because since chemical are not produced in Nigeria, most chemical on custom portal are charged 5%. They will have 5% duty, they will have 5% VAT, they have some other charges like surcharge, ETMLs, inspection charge. Those are the other three charge that your clearing agent will not tell you. Those are the things that will make custom duty high. They will tell you 5%, and you are expecting to get 5%. So for that 5% will be deducted. That 5% is 5% of your cost of the item plus the freight. That is where that 5% will come from. So now, it's not only 5% they are charging you. They are charging you, VAT in Nigeria now is 7.5%. So they are charging you 5% duty, 7.5% VAT, and some other percentage. That surcharge will be percent. That ETLM is percent. Inspection is percent. So I just checked today, because I've been doing this, and I'm not even checking the full meaning of that ETML. ETLS. They say it's ECOWAS Trade Liberation Scheme. That is the full meaning of that. That's surcharge now. They say surcharge, guide charge by banks and other financial institutes. That is the meaning of that surcharge. So all those names now is incorporated into the custom duty. Meaning that if you summarize now, custom duty, you may be paying like 15 or 16%. When your agent is telling you it's 5%, you may be paying 16. There is no duty that is 5% like that. You will pay more than, if they tell you 5%, be ready, just get ready like 15% other things. So so first thing, you get your cost, you get your freight cost. Next thing you get is to get standard organization to get the chemical, to get it certified that you are bringing into Nigeria. You are going to go to SunCap. That SunCap too, for a product like that, they will charge you for the product certificate. It's $300. They will charge you for another one that is called SunCap certificate after the chemical has been made, has been finished, ready to pick up. That one they will charge you another $300. That you are spending $600 on a container. Be on the product that you are bringing as a whole. Whether you are bringing 1 container or 5 containers, this is the same chemical. You are spending $600 on it for the certification of Nigeria. You are bringing the chemical to Nigeria. So that is product certificate and what? And SunCap certificate. So that cost too come in. Another cost too that come in is the insurance. So marine, since a ship that is bringing, you are going to insure it. That insurance is 0.25% of your freight plus cost. That's your freight charge. They are going to collect the insurance company. That you are going to pay them 0.25% of the cost of the item and the freight cost. You see the costs are coming gradually now. So now I've listed that you are going to pay, you know the cost of your item, you know the cost of freight, you know the cost of standardization, that is SUNCAP, and you know the cost of insurance. So next thing now is to go to cost. So you know the cost of duty now. So that cost of duty now, let me break it down now. I think I have it on my Excel here. So let's say your custom duty is 5%. That is 5% of the cost. 5% of the PF. That is the cost of item and the product. The cost of freight and the product. 5% of the cost of freight and the product is your normal duty. So on that duty document now, other things now come below it. The second thing that come below it is the surcharge. What I read for you the other time. That surcharge is 10%. 10% of the duty. That's 10% of 5% duty. So 10% of that duty, that 5% is the surcharge. The ETLS is 5% of that duty. 15% of the duty is the ETL, that is something scheme. The inspection, those customs that will come to inspect the goods you bring in the port, is also incorporated to the duty. That one is also another 15%. 15% of the duty. You can see. So you now have VAT. VAT is now 7.5%. That is VAT in Nigeria now. So all these costs together is what bring one unit as a duty that you are paying to government. Don't allow anybody to tell you that you are paying 10% or you are paying 5% or other costs come. That's why people have problem. You want to ship something that is 5%, you don't rush, go and ship it. Calculate this percentage now. So those are the costs you are expecting before. So you are expecting that will come into it. Now, when your product now arrived in Nigeria, so okay, after you do the insurance, you are going to send, who's calling me now? After you do the insurance, you are going to send the pro forma invoice, the product certificate, the insurance certificate. You are going to send it to your bank. Oh, before I forget, it's chemical you are bringing. Since you are bringing in chemical, you're going to do a NAFDAC certificate. You are going to do a NAFDAC certificate for that product you are bringing. So you are going to do NAFDAC certificate. Since you are selling the product you are bringing, you are going to do listing certificate. Both of them are with NAFDAC. Those one two cost you something. I think it's between 100,000 and something. So you are going to do the two. So those one two come into your cost. You understand? Those one to come into your cost. So you have finished all those things. You have the cost of each of those lines. So when your container now arrive in Nigeria, there is particular amount the agent that will clear the goods will collect. You see that 150,000 or 170,000. I've not done any shipment this year, even last year itself. I didn't do any shipment. But the last time I did it, 40 container is 100,000. Yes, 40 container is 100,000. 40 container is 100,000. So I have a lot of products, so we have not done any. So please let me pick this call first. These brothers have been calling me. So the cost now. So when it comes to Nigeria now, so you pay for the cost of the clearing agent. That one too will be factored into your cost. So the shipping line, that is the company that brought it into Nigeria. The shipping line, when it reached Nigeria now, they also charge you. They also pay for clearing. So there's one they call WAT. That is West African Kinikon. That West African, they are the owner of the space they are going to drop that container when it arrives in the port. So those one too will be charging you. They charge you per day. The West African the shipping line, the owner of the container, the cargo that brought the container in, they charge you per day. They charge you one particular, I think is either two, it depends how long it is. I think it's either 12,000 naira per day. That one too is either 12,000 naira per day. That's what they'll be charging you on one container. So that one too, you need to know it. So now, I told you about the agent cost clearing. You need to pay for the terminal charge, and you pay for the shipping line. You are going to pay for the container also, the container deposit. Either the container is 40 feet or 20 feet. If it is 20 feet, you pay 100,000 for container deposit. If it is 40 feet, you pay 200,000 for the deposit. So that deposit is refundable. After you have carried the container to your warehouse and offload the goods, you bring it back to the port, then you apply to the shipping line. I'm going to refund the money to your account directly. So now you're still going to know the cost of freight. After you have cleared the goods in the port, you are going to know the cost that will carry it from the port to your destination. I think within Lagos here, those trucks used to charge like 300,000, 350,000 naira to carry it from. So if it's going from the last one I carry from the port from Tinkan Island to Benin, it was almost like 550k. So it's costly. So now the freight, let's say what you are bringing, you are taking it to the east, or that you are taking it to like Warri. So you are going to compare the freight cost. The freight cost from UK to Onne. Onne is closer to Warri. Onne in Port Harcourt is more expensive. Let's say the freight cost from UK to Onne is $6,500, £6,500. From UK to Lagos here, from Tinkan Island, it can be like 550. It can be like $5,500. So there will be difference of like £1,500. So you are going to compare the local logistic also. Which one favor for you? If it is to take it to an airport, you need to do this thing before you start any shipment. You need to do the analysis before you start any shipment. If it's to carry it to an airport that will favor you, you do it there. If it is to carry it to Tinkan Island in Lagos, you now carry it to Warri from Lagos here. You consider the two that will favor you, then you do. Otherwise, you run lost again. So those are the costs. So from here now, all these costs now, when you know it now, you now factor it together. You get everything together. It will give you a sum of everything. So now, you now divide it by the number of quantity of those items you are buying. Since we are buying 80 drummer, we will divide it by 80. Let's say we divide the total by 80. So it gives us, like $7. That is $7 is our landing cost. So what is your profit now? Let's say you want to make a profit of 15%, or you want to make profit of 10%. It depends. You now take the percentage of the whole, divide it by the quantity. Then you have your selling price plus your profit. So that is what you are going to do. Otherwise, if you don't do all these things, you don't do the analysis, nobody give detail of these things. Everybody will just tell you to ask your agent. Just ask your agent ask any agent. Ask him that what is the duty on this. They will just tell you 5%. They don't tell you that there's other cost. So now, when you bring something into the port, when your goods arrive in the port, no delay. If you delay, you pay more. The reason is that when your goods arrive in the port, the shipping line, they give you free 2 days, just only 2 days to clear it. Nobody can clear within 2 days, not possible. So, but the shipping line collects money. You pay before you even start doing anything. You pay 14 days. They collect money for 14 days. Let's say they're charging you 13,000 naira for one container per day. They're going to multiply it by 14s. That's what they're going to charge you. So the WAT, the terminal charge, that's the WAT now. The owner of the land, they drop it. This one, it's Nigerian company now. The other one are the abroad company. This one, they refund you back your money. But Nigerian company doesn't refund money. You are the one that will know specific. You tell your agent. Your agent will be smart. Okay, this thing cannot take us 5 days or 6 days to clear it. So let's pay So you are going to pay for 6 days. You are going to apply for 6 days for the terminal, for the what? Just apply for 6 days. If that 6 day exceeded and you have not cleared the goods, you are going to pay for another day again. If this one too, this 14 days they give you, this 14 days they've collected the money from you, you are not able to clear that 14 days, they will now still charge you another 14 days. Their own is 14 days. But if you're able to clear it, let's say you are able to clear it in that 2 days they give you free, they are going to refund all that 14 days money to you. But that money, those money don't come back to the owner of the goods. It go to the, because the owner of the goods didn't follow the due process. That means the account, they use the account of the agent. All those money just coming to the agent. It will not come to you. But when you want to do it, you do it properly. That's why I'm doing this education. So now I've explained everything now. I've summarized everything down. Those things now have step by step. So after you do that, your pro forma invoice, you get all those things, you get your insurance, you get everything, you get your product certificate, you will send. That means you have a current account, or you have a company. Okay, you have a company account, and your company account must have a TIN number. So that your company account now, you know in your bank now, you are going to know your account officer. So you send all those documents. The document are going to, since you are bringing in chemical now, the documents you are going to send to your account officer is the pro forma invoice, the packing list, the product certificate that you done by Suncap, the SDS, the NAFDAC certificate. When you send it to your account officer, they are going to generate a document, the custom document called PAL. Called Form M. That Form M, you are telling the Nigerian government now that you are bringing a particular goods from Africa. Ejo, make una satisfy am for me. That is what that Form M mean. I think that Form M, they charge you 5,500 for it. That's what bank charge you for it. So that one too have its own cost. So those are the documents you're going to give. So when bank give you now that Form M now give you the avenue to import. So you are now free to import. So you are now to send that Form M number. Yes, that Form M have a unique number for you opening it. So you are going to send that Form M number to your shipper, the person that is bringing the goods. So they are going to generate another document called bill of lading. So those bill of lading will be original. So as soon as the goods, since you have the Form M now, they can now load the goods into the cargo. As soon as the cargo just leave like this, the cargo can take 30 days to reach Nigeria, from 25 days or 20 days to reach Nigeria from UK, because they are going to drop in those West African countries and drop goods before they can't come straight. So sometimes they spend 20 something days. So when they are coming now, as soon as this ship sail like this, you are going with that bill of lading. They will send that bill. You'll be tracking it. With that bill of lading, you know the specific time the ship is going to arrive. You'll be tracking it online. So all those things are done online. So now they will now send, the shipper now will now send to your address now, your bank. They will send the original shipping document. The shipping document will include, the final invoice. You have paid the OEM already. They will give you a final invoice, the packing list, the product, the list, the certificate of analysis, and the certificate of origin, and some test certificate for the chemical. I want to pack everything. I think and the bill of lading. The bill of lading will have 3 original, 3 photocopy. Other things we have 3 original. Those certificate of origin will have 1 original. So everything will be original. They will now bill it. They will bill it via courier, either from DHL, UPS, or FedEx. They will bill it to your bank straight, because you are going to give them the address of your bank. That thing is not coming to you. Why it's not coming to you? They don't want you to manipulate it through from your OEM to the bank direct. So when it comes to the bank want to prepare a PAL for you. That PAL, it means pre-arrival assessment. That means you want to know, that your goods is selling, is going to arrive. So that PAL is what you are going to use to generate your duty. So That is it. That part is what we are going to use to generate your duty. So they will send those things to you. Bank will now prepare a PAL for you. They will send it to you. That PAL now, you will still see 5% duty. Other things will not be there. So that PAL now is what your agent will use to generate the duty before the something arrive. So now, after now they will the bank will take original copy of each. They will now send the remaining to you. That remaining, you are going to keep some and take some. You take original, one photocopy for the bill of lading, one photocopy for the final invoice and the packing list, the product certificate. Now you have not, since the product is coming out, you do some kind of certificate. You need to send the original to the clearing agent in the port. You send all those original to him. So he's going to generate a duty for you and give you. So that document is what is going to use to clear your goods. As custom is checking the document, they are also checking the physical goods that you bring. So and those things you are going to do it speedily. You don't need delay. If you delay, you pay more in the port. If custom see that this thing is not enter very well, they will cancel that inspection. You still pay for that inspection again. You will pay for that inspection again. They will still come inspect it again and give you another duty. So people have problem on that HS code very well. So those are the things you will do. If those are the things you are going to take care of before you can ship a goods, so that you not fall victim. Those are the things. If you follow this thing, they are detailed. But just because of online now, just summarize it. But if I have one Excel, I sell it to. I can't send it to anybody free. That is everything is there. They break down. Just input your cost there to give you how much you are going to arrive, how much you are going to spend. Just input everything there. Everything is already there. That's what I prepare. I used to prepare everything once and for all. So, but if you need detail, if you need my service, if you need detail to explain detail, to link you to give you detail, you pay for service charge. And if you need this my Excel format, you can be preparing it yourself so that nobody will cheat you. And if you want to be doing that business, you want to bring things to Nigeria, first thing I will advise you, open a company account, have your own account. All those mass line charges that for example, you pay upfront of 14 days and you just use only 5 days to clear your goods. All those money they will return it to you. The container deposit will be returned to your account. They can't give you cash. So it's the person that they now use the account that will have the money. So majorly people use their agent account. So agent will not tell you that thing. So I'm sorry if I'm spoiling business of other people. I'm just enlightening my viewer. I'm enlightening my client that are good to me. So any other thing you need, you can. So we sell roof, we sell beautiful roof, we do aluminum parapet woodwork, we sell aluminum product, we sell most quality stone coated in Nigeria. We also do services. We deliver to any part of Nigeria. You can call me on 081-233-98890, 081-233-98890, 081-6949-8907. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Bye. See you next time.